Welcome to August, everybody. Welcome to Leo season. We finally made it to Leo season. What do you think, Lloyd?
It's about time,
It's
okay?
about time.
And you know what makes it so amazing? Just as an idea, we started out with 1 month back in January, and it's been moving that way ever since. And now it's like, okay, you ready? You ready for August? You ready for
So
September?
we got 8 under our belt.
That's exactly right.
Eight,
This number
eight.
eight. Eight is a power cycle, a power number.
Oh,
And
so this will be a power month for us.
yes, so it's no accident that it's ruled by the power sign of Leo.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so. Just a coincidence, as somebody would say. Did you know the first person to land on the moon was a Leo? The first person to reach the North Pole, Matthew Henson, was a Leo. The first person to really do the first African American president of the United States, a Leo. So Leos have always had a profound effect, but Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun never sets. So it could be dark in one part of the world, but the sun is shining brightly in another part of the world. So the sun never sets. And just on that principle alone, it tells you how powerful the sign of Leo is this month that we're doing.
We need to hear that sometimes. Leos, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
any attention to me. It's just a Leo coming out. I woke up this morning and I kept thinking, I want this, I want that. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with me? And I thought about it. It's the first of August. It's Leo season. Of
That's
course,
exactly
I
right.
want
And you
everything.
can't wait till you hear the theme that is done for Leo this year, because every sign has a theme.
Uh
So you're
oh.
going to have
Uh
to
oh.
wait.
Okay, I'm going to be patient. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. How was your July?
My July was interesting. It definitely dealt with obligations. It dealt with a lot of things. It was very interesting, and everything turned out all right because it was a period for me where to really be proactive, which I was, to really get some things. So all of these things happened, and it opened up pretty nicely, you know.
Good. That's wonderful. Glad to hear that. July for me, I was in observation mode, just like you said. And let me tell you, when you get in observation mode, you'd be surprised at what you find out. So there was a lot of things revealed while I was observing for the month of July. But I was also patiently waiting for August to come to us.
Yeah,
But
all
now
things come to those who wait, you know.
yes. And I bet you the United States probably felt the same way because they felt the energy of that sixth universal month last month, which was not a favorable month for them. Can we get into just what happened politically? Will things be better this month?
Well, it would be considerably better based upon last month. See, July was a sixth universal month. Now, for those that are questioning, well, Stray, how did you arrive at that? Simple. The first thing to do is you got to find out what is the universal year. Well, 2024, those four numbers add up to an 8. So when you add 8 to the seventh position month, which is July, that adds to 15, and 1 plus 5 is 6. Well, what does that mean? That means, first of all, that 6 is one of the most challenging numbers to the United States. It also means things have to do with health, okay? It has to do with adjustments. It has to do with a compensation and education and things of that nature. As we know by now, it's probably old news now on the first of the month. Former President Biden has now dropped out of the race, and in his place is Kamala Harris, the vice president. So I'm wondering if she's actually carrying, in fact, I understand she is already the presumptive nominee because of the 4,000 delegates. It says she has enough delegates now to be running for the president. So this is another groundbreaker, which is always in the sign of Leo. So not only is she the first woman, because don't forget back in 2008, Hillary Clinton made the attempt, but Barack Obama got the mantle. Okay. But in this case, two things are happening. One, She's running for the presidency of the United States, and she is a woman, and she is of color. So she's got three things going for her. And by the way, just in case, we ain't giving no prediction, but let me tell you, Kamala Harris is a Libra 2 person, okay? She is born on October the 20th of 1964. She's actually in an expansive cycle. She's going through what is called a Jupiter cycle, things that are happening in a way that expands and stuff of that nature. So naturally, we men kind of have arrogance sort about, well, it's a woman and she's not as strong as me, or whatever the case is. The world of politics, as you know, is very, very dog eat dog. It's a very expensive proposition. Some people may take her lightly, but I'm almost sure there's a reason why she may have come into this way. In fact, when she entered July, when she was picked, she was in a one personal month, which means new beginnings, new directions, new opportunities. So this month of August, she's in an 11 or 2 personal year that matches her number. So it simply means that I think people are going to go to sleep, but this is a kind of year where winners become losers and losers become winners. So those might be, well, she's just a woman. She's a woman of color. She ain't no big deal. Don't worry about it. You know, there used to be a saying in the community amongst the elders, don't woke them, let them sleep. And that's just what may happen. Now, let me talk about August itself. Universally, August is a 7 universal month. What do I mean? Well, I took 2024, which is the year, which is an 8. I added it to the 8th position month, which is August. 8 plus 8 is 16, and 1 plus 6 is 7. So the month of August is a 7 universal month, which means for the United States, because 7 is one of its numbers, this is a good month for this country. It is, and because it's universal means everybody will feel the influence of the 7 energy. 7 is a number that makes you go within. 7 is a number that makes you get to the real cause of why things are happening the way they are. 7 is the cycle of secrets revealed, that things that have been hidden comes to the surface. And in light of the planetary aspects of Pluto and Aquarius up until 2044, there's going to be a lot of interesting revelations that's going to come out before this particular month is over. And even got to the rest of the year of September, October, November, December. Okay, that's just in this year. People are going to be doing not only a lot of soul searching, but they're going to be examining closely why things are happening the way they are, especially with the economy. I mean, the rich are getting richer, the non-rich are getting even non-richer, so to speak. And so I would not be surprised if people don't really begin to question, how is it that there's such a disparity that everything can go up except food, the rent, and everything, but a person's salary. So a lot of people are going to just kind of begin to question thoroughly some of the people that have been elected into office, some of the powers that be. Get your share a little bit of that resources, okay? Is it got to be about the profit where millionaires become billionaires and billionaires become trillionaires and whatnot? So a lot of things are going to be questioned, but this year, or this particular month of August, is called also the law of attraction. So whatever you're thinking about will be drawn unto you. So for those of you who are thinking in a way that's about prosperity, that's exactly how you'll come out on the other end of this month. Those of you with a poverty mindset that I don't have no money, well, if you're thinking that way, coming out at the end of the month, you won't be disappointed of having no money. So thoughts are literally things. Those under the signs of Pisces, those under the sign of Cancer, or if they're born on the 2nd or the 7th, the 11th or the 16th, the 20th, the 25th, or the 29th, will be the beneficiaries of this particular month, in addition to Leos, of course.
What can the zodiac signs expect for the month of August?
If your sun, moon, or ascendant is in the sign of Aries, your theme this month is to search. I know you're probably saying, search for what? Search for the things that have been elusive in your life. Search for the things that makes you a better person as you move forward in this brand new month of August. In the first week, the search should be about your past. What did everything happen in the past that led up to this moment? Oftentimes, things happen in our childhood that brings about the very effect that we feel and express in our adulthood. So this would be the perfect time to do that. And then as we go into the second week, it's about searching for what you need to let go. Sometimes we hold on to things longer than we need to, but especially around the 9th and the 10th, when the moon is sitting in your opposition sign of Libra, you'll find that that is not going to be the best time to do it. But search for how you can end things. Search for also how you can finally fulfill your dreams for this particular month of August. Because after all, August is a fire period. You are a fire sign. And then this is the fire week to you to begin to search for what you need to let go once and for all. But as you enter into the third week, it's about searching for things that are totally new, things that are innovative, things that can make you a better person in what you're trying to do, to fulfill your dreams, to step out on faith, to do the kind of things that make your life so well worthwhile. But in the last week, especially around the 22nd and 23rd, when the moon finally sits in your sign, thank goodness, that's when you're in a position to search for relationships, search for the kind of partners or people in association that's going in the same direction as you. And you find that if you take your time and keep your eyes and ears open and be patient, you will get exactly the things that you've been looking for in your search. You'll find that during the course of this month, that those under the signs of Cancer and Pisces will help you, along with anybody born on the 2nd, 7th, 11th, 16th, the 20th, the 25th, and the 29th of the month to be there for you. Your favorite color to wear this month, I should say, is violet, from the lightest to the darkest in all of its shades. And you find that shungite and clear quartz are the stones and crystals to wear or carry. Now, let's say you happen to be a Taurus, bless your soul. And if your sun or moon or ascendant is in the sign of Taurus, the theme this month is about system. I know you're saying, what do you mean? What kind of system? A system of organization, a system that creates a kind of a blueprint for yourself where you got a strategy of how you're going to do things. You know how with a computer you set up a schematic, a kind of a system of how you're going to plan and go from point A to point B to point C and D, etc. Well, that's the kind of system you set up. You want to set it up where it's more convenient for you to get things done, especially in your personal life as you open up the week. What kind of system are you setting? Is it about relationships? Is it about your health? Is it about personal appearance? Is it about your educational benefits? What are the things that you need to set up some kind of system or structure? Because actually that's what it's about. It's just calling it another name, having a system about how you're going to go about doing things. And this is going to be important because as you enter that second week, there's going to be probably a lot of confusion and drama where it don't seem to fall within the guidelines of the system you've been structuring, especially around the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th, when the moon is sitting in your opposition sign of Scorpio. And you'll find that this is the time to take it easy, to kind of be flexible, to have a little fluidity about where things are going, and don't be stubborn because the period at the end says you can be set in your ways because you're a Taurus anyway. But it means you got to allow your system to be flexible, more mutable, as they said, adjusting to changing conditions. Around the third week is when you can finally get a time to yourself to kind of re-examine your system. How is it going? How's it working? Does it fit what you are doing and why you're doing the things you do? You're going to find that by being quiet, paying more attention to what's going around you, the people in your space, the circumstances in your environment that you're in, that you're going to come up with some interesting answers, because as you go into the last week, the system is going to pay off financially, materially, emotionally, psychologically, in the way you want, especially around the 24th and the 25th, when the moon sits in your sign of Taurus. And in addition to that, you're going to find that Leos are going to help you, Aquarius are going to help you, and those that are born on the 1st, the 4th, the 10th, the 13th, the 19th, 22nd, 28th, and 31st of the month to be there for you too. The color to wear is all shades of gray. Now, normally that's not your color, but this month says gray is going to get it. All shades of gray from the lightest to the darkest. And you're going to find that shungite and the beautiful red stone of garnet is going to be very good for you to wear or carry. Now, let's say your sun, your moon, or ascendant is in the sign of Gemini. The theme this particular month of August is about talent. I should put it up in bright lights. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps no other sign in the zodiac is more talented, multifaceted, multidimensional as your sign of Gemini. And that's the theme you should use to the hilt this particular month, especially around the first week when you're going to use your talents to get everything structured, to get everything organized. Because, see, you are an air sign and a fire month. So this should prove to be a very stimulating time for you to have a sense of order, purpose, direction, of how you wish to use your talents to the maximum degree, because it's in that second week from the 8th to the 14th. Especially, you're going to have to be a little bit careful because somewhere around the 14th or the 15th, when the moon is sitting in your opposition sign of Sagittarius, it may throw you off center, but it's about a change, the talent to become changing, to adapt to change, and especially how your talents can begin to take full benefit, because it's in this way that a degree of freedom and flexibility is going to allow itself to kind of express everything that you can do. And you would be surprised how much talent you got. All you got to do is tap in, pull it out, and work with it. Going into the third week, though, it's about talent in your love life, talent in relationship, talent about some of the things you want to do as it relates to home and family, health, education, welfare, things of that nature that makes your life better for the month of August. And you will find, though, as you go into that final week, where you're going to step back, you're going to reflect, and you're going to say, now, have I put my talents to best use? Have I made the best of all my talents, skills, gifts, and abilities to the maximum to not only benefit myself, which is most important, but to benefit your community, your family, and to the world, all depending on how big your thinking is. And you'll find that those under the signs of Pisces and Sagittarius will help you, or they will be born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of any month. And speaking of that, the color to wear, which is normally not your style, is orange. I know you say orange, I can't do it orange. Try it. This month says orange is the way to go for you. And the stone to wear or carry this particular month of August should be shungite and gold quartz. What about Cancers? If your sun or moon or ascendant is in the sign of Cancer, you know what the theme is this month? And I'm glad you asked me again. It's about attainment. It's about taking your goals as high as you possibly can. Cancers are known as the mothering of the signs, okay? And sometimes Cancers are known to be sensitive and laid back, but not this particular month. Your goal should be to aim for the sun, even if you only hit the moon, but think big. It is to attain the highest level possible. It is about manifesting up those dreams. That's what this month is about for Cancerians. And especially coming in the first week, because in the second and the third of the month, the moon's going to be sitting in their sign anyway. So they might as well take full advantage coming out the gate by being proactive, deciding what they want, being decisive in what they want, and setting the groundwork that's going to lead into the balance of the month. During the second week of Cancer, is one thing it's going to allow you to do is join forces with those who are like-minded, and in terms of your attainment, because the whole goal is to reach your level of what you wish to accomplish. As I said, to aim for the sun, even if you only hit the moon, but aim your attainments and aim those levels higher. Sometimes we undersell ourselves. You got to break up out the gate and declare what you want to do. But the only way you can get what you want is you got to aim toward the attainment of those items, of those goals, of those objectives, of the people that you need. You'll find, though, going into the third week, especially around the 16th and 17th, there's going to be a little bump in the road because the moon begins to sit in your opposition sign of Cancer. So it means being careful of overextending yourself. Don't say anything that you can't take back. And just simply take it easy, but have at the back of your mind that this is the week where you build, you create, you expand, you get the right people that are in your favor. Now, going into the final week, you're able to really network, especially around the 29th and the 30th of the month when the moon is sitting in your sign of Cancer. Now, this gives you a chance to close out the month of August on a more organized, well-structured kind of note that leads to the satisfaction of reaching your attainments, whatever those goals may be. So yes, you may have to put in the work, but there is nothing that has ever been returned worthwhile without putting in the effort and the energy. And if you do that, you are well on your way to achieve it. You'll find that those under the signs, believe it or not, of Aries and Scorpio will help if they're born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month. And the color that Cancer should wear this month is magenta. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. And so if you wear that, that would be nice. And you'll find that the stone to wear or carry, in addition to shungite, because that's a universal stone to carry for all the signs, is hermitite. Now, what about Leos? You know this is your birthday month, Leos, okay? All right. The theme this month is about prerogative. You know, there was a famous song that came out called My Prerogative. I'm going to do what I need to do. It's my prerogative, okay? So people better watch out for Leos this month, boy, because they're going to be exercising their prerogative big time, okay? Let there be no question. And Leos are not shy in the first place, no way. So that's really going, but I mean, it's in a nice way. It's not in the way of greed or selfishness. It's that some, you know, Leos are generous to a fault, okay? My sister was a Leo. My best friend, a Leo. All have one thing in common, all just selfless. Well, this particular month says, it's about my prerogative. It's what's in my best interest. You can't please everybody. And this is not the month. After all, this is your birthday month. The sun has come around the wheel of the Zodiac and is now sitting in your sign. So this is your sign to do it. Now, if you fail to do it, that's on you. But it's about exercising all the things you need to do. It's about making power moves. And this is especially important because on the 4th and the 5th, the sun is going to be sitting in your sign of Leo. So you're going to be coming out the gate big time. It's about manifesting with a purpose the things you wish to do that fits and goes with your prerogatives. That's all. And not only that, but then you're going to find that in the second week, you're going to really take the stage and be more assertive about executing those things that you wish to do that's in your best interest. So people are going to be saying to Leos, what in the world has gotten into you? But if they knew the theme and know what's happening in this Leo time, you can't blame them one bit. Every now and then Leos can be shy, but I don't know too many Leos that are shy, to be honest with you. And I think that this is going to be something else. Now, I will say this in all honesty, around the 16th and the 17th, the moon is going to be sitting in the opposition sign of Aquarius, okay? And not only that, but it's going to be the week where you're going to have to exercise some patience going into that third week. You're going to exercise a little diplomacy. But if you're smelling yourself, as the elders used to say, and thinking you all that, then you might, that'll be the only bump in the road you're likely to go through on that 16th and 17th. Other than that, this whole month belongs to YOU. That is Leos I'm talking about. And then as you go into the third week, things really begin to open up and expand. It's going to enhance your name, your reputation. All they got to do is exercise what they want, determine what is in their best interest, what is their prerogative, and they will find that they're going to do very, very well. And in fact, those under the signs of Capricorn are going to help them. Aquarius, that's me, thank you, are going to help them. And those under the sign of Leo, or if they're born on the 4th or the 8th, the 13th or the 17th, the 22nd, the 26th, or the 31st of the month, they too will be of help to them. The color that Leos should wear this month is black, all shades of black, from the lightest to the darkest. And the stone they should wear or carry is shungite and citrine. Those will be the stones. Now, what about Virgo? Okay. For Virgos, bless their soul, if your sun, your moon, or ascendant is in the sign of Virgo, the theme is about cleverness. What do I mean? The whole theme of in astrology when it comes to the sign of Virgo is I analyze. Well, this way you analyze this month with cleverness, a sense of creativity, a sense of the imagination, a sense with a detective kind of mind, so to speak, a sense where you can say, okay, you know how sometimes when there's a problem and that problem doesn't seem to kind of resolve itself? Well, just an element of cleverness, just an element added will make all the difference in the world of unraveling that has been causing you such a big puzzle. all Virgos should succeed at what their wishes are, especially in the 6th and 7th and 8th, when the moon is sitting in your sign of Virgo anyway. It's going to be a very good time for you to really determine what is best for you. Now, yes, you will put in the work. Yes, you may put your shoulders to the wheel, but it's a kind of cycle that what you put into that first week is what you're going to get back. There's going to be a pivotal change going into the second week. It'll be like you're at a crossroad and you got to decide in your cleverness, do you want to take the shortcut or do you want to go around the barn and whatever? But since you're in a cycle where the theme is about cleverness, it's about really, well, as they used to say, well, the shortest distance is between a straight line. That's what I'm trying to say. So they need to exercise a little geometry up in there, which was not one of my strongest things in school, but I'm doing the best I can. And you will find that they're going to do well. However, you're going to hit a little dirt in the road around the 20th and the 21st as you go into the third week. So it means be mindful with relationships, be mindful with your money, be mindful with your finances, and don't assume, and especially if you're in a relationship matter, that everything is going to go your way, because there might be a little dirt in the road. The real time that's going to be more in keeping actually with you is toward the end of the month. When you enter a phase where you're reflective, you're in a state of inner awareness, where the inner guides are going to come to you, the downloads, call it what you will, but it's going to be a time where you're going to get answers from unknown sources in unknown ways, and a lot of secrets are going to come to the top. So the people that are going to help you will be under Pisces and Sagittarius, or they will be born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month. And speaking of that, the best color for them to wear this particular month, all these colors are out of sync, but blue. And the stone to wear or carry over and above shungite is turquoise. Okay. Now, what about those if your sun or moon or ascendant is in the sign of Libra? The theme is design. What do I mean? I ain't talking about designing no clothes. I ain't talking about designing. I'm talking about what kind of way you're going to design your stage of life for this particular month. Is it going to be designed in a way that makes sense? Is it going to be a nice tapestry of things that are appealing to you? Because Libras always have a sense of beauty. Or is it going to be catastrophic? Have the kind of design that is more in keeping with your intention, what you plan to do. The very first week denotes a change, a pivotal change, where there's going to be a lot of opportunities. It might even be a short trip plan for you, and a very opening days of the month. And as you go into the second week of August, which is more in line with your keeping about relationships and finances and home and education or other situations, this is going to prove very favorable, because on the 9th and 10th, the moon is going to be actually sitting in your sign to accommodate you in terms of what your design may be. It's like like a painting. What are you going to put on this canvas? How are you going to design it? What colors are you going to add? What beauty are you going to bring to it? And Libra is definitely about beauty and balance. That is their goal. That is their objective. Now, in the third week, I should say, all of a sudden they're going to find that now they're going to step back and kind of see what they've designed so far. How can it be improved? How do I need to tweak it? Do I need to feng shui it, change it around or alter it a bit? Because the moon is going to be sitting in their opposition sign of Aries around the 22nd and the 23rd. But it simply means about, especially with money, because that's going to be a cycle ending in that week where something indicated of a financial way, something indicated in the past, and something dealing about relationships, especially relationships from the past. But at the same time, the beauty is you're going to be doing a lot of growing up. Now, who is going to be helping you? Well, they're going to find that Aquarius and Leos and people that are born on the 1st or the 4th, the 10th or the 13th, the 19th, the 22nd, 28th, or 31st will be of help to them. And as far as the color, they should wear forest green. You know how when you look at trees, it's just going to be just like nature. So that's the kind of green it should have, okay? I see some people are not impressed, but it's okay. But they should wear forest green. And for them, the stone and the crystals that Libra should wear for August is shungite and emerald. Now, if you are a Scorpio, all right? If your sun or your moon or your ascendant is in the sign of Scorpio, the theme is about inquiry. You know how they say inquiring minds want to know? Well, that's what's going to be happening for anybody whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in the sign of Scorpio. Their inquiring minds are going to want to get to the bottom of things. They're going to want to know. They're going to want to search deep. They want to go down the rabbit hole. They want to get to really some of the answers that may have eluded them, especially with issues of their past. That's how it's going to open up in the first week, where they're going to wake up reflective, looking at things through a different set of lens. But as they enter the second week, especially on the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th, when the moon is sitting in their sign, they're going to find that a lot of the things that they have been after is going to come true, because it's a month, or it's a week, I should say, that second week of manifestation. But at the same time, that's when they're going to decide, well, I think I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of that. I need to make some terminations once and for all. But as they go into the third week, that's when they're going to want to take the step of being proactive, take the initiative, step out on faith, saying, I don't care what, I need to do things on my term, what's in my best interest. So they're going to appear to be in that week a very selfish kind of approach or individualistic way of looking and thinking. However, it's in the tail week around the 22nd and the 23rd. It says to be patient, to be understanding, to be mindful. And anything other than that will undermine all the things they've done. It's almost like if they're not careful about this inquiring mind of theirs, they'll take 2 steps forward for August and wind up by the end of the month going 3 steps back. Go figure, okay? The people that's going to help them are Pisces and Cancers, or people born on the 2nd or the 7th, the 11th or the 16th, the 20th, the 25th, or the 29th of any month. And they're going to find that their color is so unlike Scorpio is purple. That's why it says all the colors seem to be off, but that's the cycle that is drawing these colors to them. And the stone they should wear or carry for the month of August, all Scorpios, is shungite and blue agate. Agate stone is a beautiful stone. Sagittarius, if your sun or your moon or your ascendant is in the sign of Sagittarius, the theme this month is ambition. You can't get nowhere if you don't have no ambition. You can't do nothing if you don't have a desire to be somebody. Well, that's right up Sagittarius' alleys, okay? Sagittarius, that's why Sagittarians don't like to deal with no bums. You got to want to be something. You can't be a nothing and think you're going to hang with me. That's how Sagittarians roll. So in order for you to have and keep up with the Sagittarians this particular month, you got to have some ambition. But it's more important that the Sagittarians themselves maintain that level of ambition. They want to go to the top. They want to be the best that they can be, the best that life has to offer. So if you're really feeling the need to really expand and step out there, that makes sense. But the opening week says it's about being persuasive, being tactful, being more diplomatic, because in that second week, especially around the 14th and 15th, going into the third week, though, it's about having a plan, having an order, having a blueprint, so to speak, not doing things on the fly, but having a sense of order about it, because it's in the tail week when you have a chance to travel that there's going to be some opposition coming your way around the 26th, 27th, 28th. Don't be quick to do things. Don't let ambition overrun itself. It's like everything. It's about keeping your ambitions in place. Don't be too ambitious that you undermine yourself. Well, that is the lesson to learn as you go into the final week of the month of August. Over this period, that Leos and Aquarians and Aries will be of help to them, as well as anybody born on the 1st or the 4th, the 10th or the 13th, the 19th, the 22nd, the 28th, or the 31st of the month. And the color should be brick red, not just any red, but the color of a brick. That color, because it will give that sense of stability and things of that nature that's solid that you can go for. Now, the stone to wear or carry, in addition to shungite, which is always going to be the major stone, should be the sunstone. If your sun or moon or ascendant is in the sign of Capricorn, the theme for you this month, believe it or not, is trust. What do I mean? Regardless of any relationship, especially of a personal nature, and especially for Capricorns of business nature, the issue becomes trust. It used to be a time where just a person's word was said all. You got to see a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? A lot of documents you got to draw up. So the point is, who do you feel comfortable that you're able to trust with anything that's important to you, that's meaningful to you, financially, materially, spiritually, emotionally? That is going to be the theme. Who can I trust? Once you find somebody you can trust, a family member, a friend, a relative, a mate, or something like that, this is the time. But what's interesting is that's not going to be like that during the first 3 days of August, when the moon is sitting in your opposition sign of Cancer. So you're going to say, well, Lloyd say about this trust, but right now I ain't trusting feeling nobody. Plus you'll be in a week where you analyzing everybody. Why you doing this? Why you doing that? So it's going to be a kind of crazy week. It'll be more as you step into your second week. It's going to be more in alignment with your ability to move forward with what you feel are trustworthy people, trustworthy actions, trustworthy decisions, if that makes sense. Because the whole theme is about who can you trust. And the point is, you got to ask yourself, can you trust yourself enough to depend on your own decisions? Believe it or not, a lot of times we do things, we don't turn the finger back at ourselves. That's what Capricorns need to do, to say, how much can you trust yourself with this person, that person, this situation, those conditions, the environment, whatever the case is. Entering the third week is going to be very pivotal to you, especially on the 18th and 19th when when the moon is sitting in your sign of Capricorn. It's going to complement all of your travels, all of your changes of plans, all your opportunities that will really make life worthwhile. And it's going to lead into the last week very nicely as it relates to relationships, as it relates to monies, as it relates to health, as it relates to growing in a way that's educationally, either academically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. It's going to be a nice way to end this particular month off. You will find that those that's going to be helping you be under the signs of Taurus and Libra, or they will either be born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th of the month. Now for Capricorns, the unlikely color, because normally Capricorns like black, this time it says yellow is going to be the theme. Yeah, not canary yellow. It ain't got to be as bright as the sun, but wear some yellow up in there. You know, you can wear some conservative. Don't forget, colors now come in all shades from the lightest to the darkest. But wear a hint of yellow. Like I think I got a yellow tie. It's got a little yellow in it. You know, you can do it like that if you want to. You're going to find that the stones or crystals to wear or carry are shungite and pyrite. If your sun or moon or ascendant is in the sign of Aquarius, the theme this particular month is about uplift, to raise your awareness, to lift your spirits, to lift your soul, to get out of the doldrum. Because the reason why I say it, normally this time of the year is when Aquarius is at the lowest cycle in the zodiac, in the sign of Aquarius. But at the same time, knowing that it's about keeping your sights high, your mindset high, your expectations high, and continuing having an uplifting progress or process about how you're elevated. Think about being elevated. Think about imagine yourself on an elevator and it's slowly rising you to the point where you be, to uplift you to that destination where you want to be. Around the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th, the moon is going to be sitting smack dab in your opposition sign of Leo. So it's going to be kind of like, oh man, it seems like it's taking forever and a day to get it off, and especially dealing with legal or semi-legal matters. That's going to be in the opening days. However, around the second week, things are going to be much more to your liking, where you feel a sense of organization, you feel a sense of purpose and direction, and then you can feel and look forward to really uplifting yourself to the next level. Actually, it's in the third week when you are at a pivot in your life, especially around the week of the 18th and the 19th, when the moon is finally in your sign of Leo. You're going to do very, very well. You're going to feel a sense of order and purpose and opportunities. It also is going to allow you a chance to get out there, promote yourself to the max, let people know what you're about, express all your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that whatever the Creator has given to you. And also, as you go into the very remaining week of August, you're going to find that romantically and financially, it's going to be a very nice time for you. The tail end of the month, over the net is of light consequences. But when it comes to making adjustments, being better with your health and all that stuff, you are absolutely will be looking good. The people that's going to be helping you for August is Leos and Aries and Aquarians, or they will be born on the 2nd or the 7th, the 11th or the 16th, the 20th, the 25th, or the 29th of the month. Now, the colors they should wear is green. The stone or crystals they should wear or carry are shungite and pearl. If your sun or moon or ascendant is in the sign of Pisces, the theme is to be authentic, not copying nobody. We can all copy somebody. Be original, be authentic, be innovative, be pioneering. That is the goal. Authenticity should run through every fiber of your bones this particular month for the month of August. The energy that emanates the most is not love, although that's a strong energy, but it's being authentic, meaning you're not a fake. You're just being who you are, warts and all, pimples and all, okay? Well, this is about being yourself, being authentic, and people can like it or not, but you'll find that you'll do better if you can. Now, around the 6th, 7th, and 8th, when the moon is sitting in your stress sign of Virgo, you ain't going to be feeling that way at all. But that too shall pass because we all have highs and lows. But by the second week, you'll be actually in your element, you'll be in your space, and you'll see there's a sense of upliftment, there's a change for the better, that your attitude will be more positive. I've often have this saying, you can run from everybody, but you can't run from yourself. If you keep that in mind, you will always come out this month on top as authentic. Yep, that sounds just like so-and-so. Yeah, that's so-and-so, all right. That's the kind of reputation you want to have. You don't want to have, they're just imitating somebody. They're just trying to pretend. No, you want to be authentic in your skin, authentic in your actions, authentic in your words and behaviors. That's exactly what you want to be. It's in that third week on the 20th and 21st when the moon is sitting in your sign of Pisces that all of the best in you through hard work and effort and sincerity and determination and being structured and organized where the best of you will come out and then people can really see it. Then in the tail end of it, then you can promote it and advertise it and promote it and let everybody know what you bring to the table, as they say. But in terms of authenticity, that is the underlying thing. And if you master that, you will do very well. Who's going to help you? Leos. It's interesting. A lot of Leos going to be helping a whole lot of people this month. I noticed. Leos and Aquarius, that's me too. So maybe that's our job over the next couple of months, okay? Leos are going to be helping Aquarius and Aries and people that are born on the 1st, the 4th, the 10th, the 13th, the 19th, 22nd, 28th, or 31st of the month. The color should be crimson, okay? This is also an unlikely color for Pisces, but they should wear crimson this particular month that will offset and attract things they want. And as to the stones or the crystals they should carry, should be shungite and ruby. And I think we've got all the signs this particular time, okay? So again, let me say this. This month of August says don't chase after what you want. Just think about what you want. And there's a saying that the elders used to say, you then let go and let God. Just see it on the mental screen of your mind, because this month governs the law of attractions. So those under the signs of Leo, Aquarius, and Cancer, they will probably lead the pack. They really will.
August is going to be exciting.
Oh, yes, it is. It is. It is. But the point is not to chase. And by the way, a lot of people are going to be having some strange or weird dreams too. They're going to be saying, what was that about? It'll be a total disconnect. Okay. They'll be with somebody you ain't seen in 18 years and stuff like that. Where did they come from? Why is that about? But it's all designed to reveal itself. Things that have been hidden from you will come to the surface. So all the things that's going on about the attempted assassination, the presidential dropout, by the same time in September, a lot of this stuff is going to come to the surface. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you so much for giving us our forecast for August. And can you please tell everybody about the Star 8 app and how they can find that app and what they can do on it?
Yes, if you tell everybody about your manifest on purpose, sure. But let me tell you about mine, then you tell them about yours. I've developed a mobile app. It's called a Star 8, ASTAR, the number 8. And you'll see it there at the bottom. You go to linktr.ee/numbersanyou and download it on your phone. It's designed to be in the right place at the right time. It's a very powerful calendar that helps you align what is the best time for you. There are days that are better than others. There's days we should stay at home, and there are days we should be out there catching all the opportunities that opportunities provide. That's what it is. It does a name analysis. It does a relationship analysis. It does an analysis of the car you drive. It does an analysis of where you live. It does an analysis of all the places you would like to go and visit. And it has a whole lot more to it. It has some videos of my past programs that I've had on my Live with Lloyd show that can be seen every Monday, every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. on YouTube. It's called Numbers and You. That is the YouTube channel. And I'm very proud of the app. It's growing. It's getting better and better. And then I have some more bells and whistles that I'm going to be adding to it. So come September, hopefully I can say this has been added, that's been added to make it better. Now, what about manifest on purpose?
Oh, you're embarrassing me, huh?
You embarrass me.
That's okay. You're used to it. You're used to it. Well, on Manifest on Purpose, that is, I am the host of the Manifest on Purpose show. The Manifest on Purpose show is a podcast and it's about manifestation, but not the usual type of manifestation. A lot of people focus on manifesting the things, the things that they want to attract in their life, such as the material wealth and those type of things. But what I like to teach people is, instead of placing your focus on the things that you want, place your focus on creating a life that attracts those things. And the way that you do that is through intentional living. Manifest on Purpose is my holistic approach to manifest on purpose. It's saying that you are the creator in your life. And if you know what you want, you can intentionally get that. So I use stories from my life and other people's lives that don't even know. And I changed the names of these people so that they don't know I'm
Protect
talking
the innocent, right?
about. And I use those stories to teach the listener lessons or show them how things can go when they manifest or don't manifest the way they should or the way that's proper. So it helps them understand manifestation and life a little bit better.
I'd
How's that?
say Ashe, Ashe.
Oh,
And
thank
I gotta
you.
say this, if it sounds like I'm partial, you're absolutely right. Because I sponsor the show, she sponsors my show, and I'm just amazed at her ability to tell a story that has such a universal appeal. That's rare. Everybody can't do that. And so don't take my word for it. Make sure you listen to Miss Kimbaley on Manifest on Purpose every Monday and every Wednesday morning. It's so ironic because we live hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles away, but my show is on a Monday evening, hers is on a Monday morning, then my show is on a Wednesday evening, and her show is on a Wednesday morning. And we didn't even know each other like that, you know? So this whole thing, just by, people would call it probably a fluke, but actually this is all a part of the design of things, I guess. And so I like what we do. She's actually added more to my newsletters, and now my newsletter is not, which is absolutely free. All you got to do is go to Linktree. But I've also make it that now it's on audio, so a person can either read it, and I write totally different than the way I say it. But I write it with humor, and I try to say it so it don't sound all so bad. It's not that bad. It all depends on how you look at your life. And life can be challenging, but there's so many beautiful things that life has to offer. And Miss Kimbaley, as I call her, uh, she brings that to what she does. I suggest anybody who's listening should listen to her podcast. That's me. And get my app too. Get my app. Thank you.
That's what I was going to say. You're taking my words. Go get the app. This is something that I depend on a lot. Whenever I schedule something, I always check the app to see what kind of day am I having. Am I going to feel like dealing with what I have planned on this day or not? It works for those very important times that you need to find out what your schedule is like. So
And
I
though
suggest
I
that.
created the app myself, I actually use it. And there was a time I lost an item somewhere. And when I was asked about the app, I had all these red star days. It's like, Lloyd, you should have known better. It's your app. You didn't even look at your own app. So what I'm saying is, get the app.
Maybe I'll do a podcast episode on that.
That's funny. Okay.
No, no, no. Just kidding. Just kidding. But make sure you go out and get the app and go to the Linktree site. It's Linktree/numbers and you. Make sure you go to that site. There's a whole lot in there. He mentioned the monthly newsletter. I'm telling you, like on the first of the month, I'm waiting for my newsletter.
That's what I get. If it's a day or two late, people are
I
hitting me up. Like, okay, where is it?
Yes, I wait for my newsletter. So make sure you check that out. Also check out the readings, check out the classes.
I
There's
got
so much
books,
there. Yeah,
charts.
books,
Yeah,
books,
yeah.
everything's right there on Linktree.
Yeah.
Make sure you check it out. But thank you so much for
Well,
coming. Thank you
Leo, I
for the
want to wish
support.
you happy birthday. May it be an enjoyable and peaceful one for you, a very productive one for you, and it couldn't happen to a better person.
Thank you. Thank you. It's I celebrate the whole month of August.
You're so selfish. I love it though.
You said it's my prerogative.
Exactly, exactly.
I hope everyone don't think I'm really a self-centered Leo, but this is just we're drama queens too, so this is just acting. This is for
No, you're
entertainment
not. No, you're
purposes
not.
only.
You're gonna have prerogative in all capital letters.
I'm going to get this
Neon
shirt
lights.
anyway. Thank you so much for
Thank you too. Thank you. I know we
I'm
clown,
ready
but
for
we're very serious about
September.
what we do. We clown, but we very serious about what we do. And actually, we did August and September is right around the corner.
Yeah, but we're not going to think about September too much right now. We're going to let August slowly go past.
I know that's right, Leo.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Ashe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated.
Ashe.